guys, this is Eastman Life. I'm Evelyn and I'm going to be showing you how to make jumbo chocolate peanut butter cupcakes. So what you're going to need is 1.5 sticks of butter chopped up, half a cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of water, 1 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1 1/3 flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/3 baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then you're also going to need 1/3 cup of buttermilk, 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So what you're first going to do is you're going to put the butter, cocoa powder, and water into a bowl. And then you're going to grab a spoon and combine it a bit with the water and the cocoa powder. And then you're going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes or until the butter is melted. So put it in the microwave. And you're going to want a lid because butter will pop and then it'll make a mess in your microwave. While our butter, cocoa powder, and water is in the microwave, we're going to be doing our the rest of our dries. So first you're going to start with the flour, baking powder and soda, and then salt. And we're going to whisk that together, and we're going to put the brown sugar off to the side because we're going to be using that in our cocoa powder mixture. So you're just going to whisk that together until combined. Now we just have to wait till it's done in the microwave. So our cocoa powder mixture just came out. It's very hot, so be careful when you take it out. So now we're going to add in our brown sugar, but we're going to whisk it together. Now that this is mixed together, we're going to go back and grab our flour and our other dry ingredients, and we're going to slowly whisk this into that. So the bowl still may be hot, so you're going to have to be careful. And then we're just going to whisk this until combined. We're now going to set this off to the side and grab another bowl to do the rest of our ingredients, which is the milk, egg, and vanilla. And you're going to need a teaspoon of vanilla. grab our whisk and whisk this together. Okay, now that it's mixed together, we are going to add this into our batter, but you don't want to overmix or else it can get, it won't turn out right. So we're going to whisk it in. And you only want to mix until it's all combined. So we finished mixing it together, so now it's ready to go into our jumbo cupcake pan. So I'm going to use this cupcake scoop, but because this is for regular, I'm going to use it twice. So our pan is now, our tray is now filled. So we're going to put it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in for about 25 minutes. So the cupcakes are now out of the oven. They've been out for a while now because we went to let them cool. So now we're going to start on our frosting, and it's going to be a peanut butter frosting. So what you're going to need is 10 ounces of peanut butter and chocolate chips. And then you also need half a cup of heavy cream. So we're going to come over to the stove, and we'll pour the heavy cream into a saucepan and then let it simmer. And simmer is basically just until it's warm. And then once it's warm enough, we'll transfer the chips into another bowl, and that way they can melt and create the frosting. So our heavy cream is now at a simmering temperature. So we're going to take it over and pour our chocolate and peanut butter chips into a bowl, and you're gonna want to make sure it's your mixing bowl, because after it's in the fridge, we're gonna mix it together. That way it creates that fluffy consistency. So it's gonna be hard to transfer it from a bowl to a mixing bowl. So we're gonna grab our whisk and then whisk it together. So. You're going to whisk it for 5 seconds. Okay, now that it's all combined, we're going to go and put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. And it's thickened up a bit, as you can see. So we're now going to set it in our electric mixer. And we're going to use one of the whisking heads, and we're going to mix it until it's fluffier and more frosty consistency. Our frosting is now fluffy, so we're going to put it into a piping bag to pipe on our cupcakes. Okay, so now it's in the piping bag, and you're going to want about a 1-inch tip, or just a round tip, and then we're just going to pipe down. It is like a runnier frosting because it will harden while it's in the freezer. So now we're going to set these in the freezer while we make our glaze. So we're now going to create our chocolate glaze, which will go on top of the frosting. So what you're going to need is 3 tablespoons of hot water, 6 ounces of milk chocolate chips, and 1 tablespoon of butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to put everything in the bowl with the chocolate chips. And then we are going to microwave it for 2 minutes at 50%. So it's been 2 minutes, everything's melted, we just gotta whisk everything together, which will create our glaze, and then we can go and get the cupcakes from the freezer to dip them in. Okay, so we grabbed our cupcakes from the freezer, so we're just going to pick one up and dip it in. And you want your icing to be pretty frozen or solid, that way it doesn't melt the frosting when it hits the warm glaze. And then after we glaze all of them, we're going to put them back in the freezer for about 5 minutes just to set. So we're going to go put them back in the freezer before the frosting melts. And then we'll put a picture up of the what they look like after they harden. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you next time. Bye!